You mentioned last night that you really thought from start to finish you guys played a really great game. I have to imagine that tonight was the same way.
Yeah, my feeling was we were probably a little bit better last night, but we were good tonight. We were competitive. We were skating. We went nose to nose with a really good team, and that was our game plan going into tonight's game, knowing they were going to push really hard. I thought our guys did a good job from start to finish for sure.
Really indicative of that third period. I think you outshot them 10-4.
Yeah.
I was expecting them to have more of a pushback, and it seemed like you guys were right there.
I really liked the way we played in the third. From my memory sitting here right now, all they got in the third was what we gave them. Started a couple of pretty loose plays in our zone. But other than that, I thought for the whole weekend, we just really limited their time and space. And when you've got players like they have, they want time and space, and you have to limit it. And we did a nice job with that. And for the most part, we took care of the puck. And I think the third period was us just trying to skate away from them a little bit, and that we knew that wasn't going to be easy. But I'm glad that our kids show that they've been in that position before, and we want to continue to improve. But I really thought that our mentality in the third was that we weren't hanging on, we were pushing.
What is it about? You guys have played really well in these games against highly ranked teams. I mean, you feel like that brings out, you guys rise to the occasion, I guess?
It looks like and seems like this year's group has done that, and a couple of our poorer efforts have been against maybe people on paper that are struggling a little bit more than others or whatever. And obviously, that from a coaching perspective, we're not okay with that. I think great teams are able to try to go them versus instead of you versus the other team. And I just think they're young guys, and we're trying to figure out how good this 18-19 team can be. And when we're playing teams that maybe we're the underdog or their favorites or whatever, their rankings higher than ours, whatever it may be, it definitely gets our attention. And I like that, but I'd like us, no matter who we play, they should have our attention. We respect everybody. And hopefully over the course of the first half, we've learned some lessons. We've got 16 league games left, and now we put ourselves in the conversation, and that's where we want to be.
With these past few weeks and how he's played, do you think that Lukas Craggs is playing his best hockey he's played?
Yeah. It's hard to say that he's not. And all that it was, from Lucas's perspective, was just a matter of consistency. He's a young guy that even as a freshman, when he was on, he looked like he could be a really good player at this level. It was just the difference between the good day and the bad day, and there was just a few too many bad days. And over the course of the last 2 years, he's improved with his consistency, and that's what you expect from guys as they get older. And Lukas is obviously somebody that gets your attention because of the way he plays, just physically and skating, and then you add in the puck skills, and you've got something pretty good. But I would say he's playing his best hockey.
It seemed like Bednard was pretty good, made some big-time saves. Just how much, from your perspective, how much of a lift can that give just the rest of the team when the goaltender's playing so well?
A massive lift. I think he was better than pretty good. I think he was really good. It's probably up for debate who's been our best player over the course of the first half, but Ryan's name would have to be in that conversation. And to see him on it, I think when he's really on it, he's playing the puck like he did tonight. He's a big guy and he makes saves, and he was really on it tonight. He made what I don't think was a ho-hum performance look ho-hum, because I just thought he was on it. I thought he was really good.
You've always said how much you respect Minnesota State's program. Do you look at a weekend like this as a measuring stick for where you guys are at your program?
I 100% respect everything Minnesota State has done and continues to do, and the way they run their mode of operation is big time, and that's what we want to be. I look at it as a weekend where we came in looking up at them in terms of the standings. a lot of people have been talking about what type of team they have this year, and we wanted to see where we match up. And I don't see how you don't look at it in those terms. And this means nothing more than we had 2 games to play against them, and I think we played pretty well against a really good team.
I feel like this can, just the result of this weekend heading into the break, you're obviously going in on a high note. What can that do for you guys to go into this break?
Well, I'll say this, going in the break after winning 2 games against a really good team is better than not. I think the break comes at a good time. I really do. These kids have been giving everything they have since the last couple weeks of August, and that's just on campus. Never mind their preparation and stuff, throughout the summer. They deserve a break, and we'll come back on the 27th and go back to work. And we want to recapture the momentum that we have right now. And I think what we've shown over the course of the first half is our A game's pretty good, and we can play with really good teams, and that's what we want. And now we've got a regular season championship to play for, which was what we had the whole time. But maybe a couple of hiccups put us in a tough spot. Well, these 6 points this weekend just got us right back in that conversation. So we'll try to recapture that momentum the best we can come the 27th.
Good to go, guys. From start to finish this weekend, did you feel that you guys carried the play?
Yeah, we started each game out pretty hot, hard on the puck, and we took it to them both games, and that's the hockey we want to play.
I'm sure you heard Coach talked about your play the last few weeks. Is there anything that you've been doing differently? Do you think it's just a matter of the scenes are starting to pay off for you?
I would say things are starting to pay off, and got to give it to my teammates. Without them, I'm not where I'm at, and especially my line mates these last couple of weeks, we're doing well.
What is it about these games where it seems like, the better the team, the Ohio State's this weekend, that just brings out the best in you guys?
Yeah, sometimes we, I don't want to disrespect any team, but we play down sometimes to their level, and these teams bring out the best in us, and that's what I love, and that's what we got to find all year and bring it the rest of the year.
What was the read that you had on that second goal? Because it seemed like Taylor had the exact same opportunity shortly after.
Yeah, we saw a couple previous plays like that, and he was cheating pretty hard, and I saw it, and I went for it, and it went in, so it was nice.
The physical part is pretty big in your game. Do you thrive in a weekend like this where it's as back and forth as it is?
Yeah, absolutely. Teams like that, they're great. They don't want it hard, and if that's my job, I'll do it, and that's what will help us win.
What can going into this break do for you guys, going in on a positive note rather than a negative one?
Yeah, it sets us up for a positive second half, and this is crunch time for us, for everything we've put in. It's been a long first semester, I would say, for our entire team. A lot of ups and a lot of downs, and this is going to start us off on the right foot.
What do you think, I guess, has to be the key when you guys get back as far as just keeping everything together the second half of the season?
We got to prepare like every team, Minnesota State, Ohio State, even Western Michigan. We got to take them that hard, that serious every time, every game.
Is there anything that you guys did differently preparing this week, considering that it is finals week? And how good does it feel to have this type of a weekend after a week like that?
Yeah, it was finals week, so everyone was grinding in the books, and but other than that, we kept everything the same. We didn't want to change anything up, and I think that was the key to our success this weekend. We didn't change anything.